You know what's worse than being ghosted? It's when a man ghosts you, and then comes back to tell you it never even happened. That's called ghostlighting. It is, without a doubt, one of the darkest, most manipulative dating patterns modern women face. It's when a man disappears without a trace, no explanation, then casually slides back into your DMs, acting like you imagined the whole thing. And tonight, we are going to dissect exactly how men use this tactic, why it's so effective, and most importantly, how you can stop being the rewriting material for their stories. Let's get one thing straight. Ghostlighting is not an accident, it is a strategy. Most women think ghosting is just a sign of immaturity, a guy who's scared of confrontation. But ghostlighting, no, this is intentional. This is a calculated disappearance. Here's what's really happening. He withdraws specifically to avoid accountability for his actions. He waits for a period of time, just long enough for your initial anger and hurt to cool down. He only returns when it benefits him, when he needs something from you. And when he does, he pretends the break in communication never happened. Why? To reset the power dynamic completely in his favor. This isn't him saying, "Sorry, I was overwhelmed," or "Work just got crazy." The silent message he is sending is crystal clear. I decide when we talk. I decide when we don't, and you will accept my version of events, not reality. This isn't dating. This is psychological control. So, how do they pull it off? Let's break down the ghostlighter's playbook. Step 1. They create emotional inflation. He speeds up the connection, moving faster than your intuition can keep up. It feels like intense, undeniable chemistry. There are deep, late-night conversations where he shares things that seem incredibly personal. This isn't genuine vulnerability. It's attachment building in disguise. He's making you feel special and connected, fast. Step 2. He detects your investment. He is watching. He sees how quickly you reply to his texts. He notes how available you make yourself for him. He listens to the hope in your voice when you talk about the future. Once he has measured your emotional dependence on him, he vanishes. Step 3. Silence. Cold, complete, deafening silence. No text, no call, no closure, no explanation. Just a gaping absence. He deliberately creates an emotional vacuum that he knows you will rush to fill with self-doubt and self-blame. You'll ask yourself, what did I do wrong? Was I too much? Was I not enough? The ghostlighting process begins long before he disappears. It starts the moment he creates the attachment he plans to weaponize later. So why does he come back? What's the predatory psychology behind the return? A man who ghostlights you only ever returns for one of 5 reasons, and none of them have to do with you. First, boredom. He simply ran out of stimulation somewhere else, and he remembers you were a good source of it. Second, a validation refill. Your attention is his ego's oxygen, and his tank is running low. He needs to know he's still got it. Third, sexual access. He knows you're already emotionally softened up from the initial connection, and you're less likely to say no because you're relieved he's back. Fourth, a power check. He wants to confirm that he still controls the narrative between you two, that he can leave and come back on his terms. And fifth, emotional convenience. You're easy, he's tired, you're available. He doesn't have to put in the work of starting fresh with someone new. Let this sink in. He is not coming back because he has changed. He is coming back because he is counting on the fact that you haven't. Now for the most crucial part, the rewriting phase. This is the heart of ghostlighting. When he returns, you have to pay extremely close attention to the specific lines he uses. He'll start with something like, "Hey you. Been thinking about you." Notice there's no apology. It's just a warm, fuzzy hook designed to pull you back in. Or he'll try this one. "You kinda disappeared on me." This is a classic move, reversing the blame. The ghost accuses you of being the ghost. It's audacious, and it's designed to make you question your own reality. Another favorite is, "I didn't want to overwhelm you." Here, he paints himself as the considerate, thoughtful one, as if his silence was a gift to you. He might also say, "We didn't stop talking. We just got busy." He's erasing the gap, minimizing the disappearance, so that if you bring it up, you're the one who sounds overly dramatic and needy. And the boldest line of all, "I never left." Yes, you heard that right. Some ghostlighters love to pretend the entire disappearance was a figment of your imagination. What he's really saying with all of this is, if you question my absence, you risk sounding insecure and crazy. So just accept my version of events where I'm the innocent party and you read the emotional one. This is psychological warfare, cleverly disguised as romance. So why do smart, incredible women fall for this? It's a cognitive trap that hijacks 3 fundamental human needs. First, your need for emotional closure. Your brain craves an explanation. It wants to solve the puzzle. For many, the pain of not knowing why he left hurts more than the pain of him leaving. He knows this and uses his return as bait for the closure you never got. Second, your fear of seeming crazy. Women are so often socially conditioned to be agreeable, to not make a fuss. So when a man returns and acts completely normal, you start to doubt your own memory. You think, maybe I overreacted. Maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. And third, your hope for the original version of him. You're not falling for the guy who ghosted you. You're falling for the memory of the man he pretended to be in the beginning. The man who disappeared is gone for good. But the dream of him keeps you at the negotiating table with a reality that's toxic. Ghostlighting doesn't work because you're naive. It works because he has successfully weaponized your own humanity, your hope, your empathy, and your desire for connection against you. The red flags are always there, but they're subtle. He doesn't apologize, he distracts. He doesn't acknowledge the past, he just resets the timeline. He doesn't explain his absence, he simply re-enters your life. Red flag number 1. He returns acting like nothing ever happened. Red flag number 2. He responds slowly to your texts, but pushes for fast intimacy when he does. Red flag number 3. He pushes for deep emotional closeness, but offers zero logistical consistency. He wants your heart, but not your time on a Tuesday night. Red flag number 4. He mirrors your positive tone, but he never, ever mirrors your effort. And red flag number 5. He always needs you to be just a little bit softened, questioning yourself, or simply grateful that he's back. A man who disappears is unreliable, but a man who returns without any accountability is dangerous. So, how do you break this pattern? I'm going to tell you the forbidden method. It's not what you think. You don't confront him. You don't demand an explanation. You don't try to negotiate the timeline or get him to admit what he did. Why? Because the more you explain your boundaries, the more he studies how to bend them. Instead, You remove his access to the one thing he's using you for, your emotional availability. Here is the truth they don't want you to know. Closure is not something you ask for. It is something you enforce. So, here's the new rule book. If he disappears once, you note it. This is data. If he disappears twice, you end it. The pattern is confirmed. If he returns without a sincere apology that acknowledges his behavior, you block the door. No entry. And if he returns with an apology but shows no actual change in his behavior, you end the conversation permanently. His silence was his choice. Your silence is your correction. Ghostlighting is the modern manipulator's favorite tool. Disappear, return, and rewrite history. But once you learn the playbook, once you see the pattern, he loses all the power he thought he had over you. If a man vanished from your life, let him stay gone. He's a ghost. And if he dares to return, let him face a brand new version of you, one who no longer negotiates with ghosts. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Nay, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. See you next time.